Hey, Mike. What? Who's got next?
What's good, y'all? It's your man Hezo, and welcome back to the Blacktop, where I always got next. So it looks like my guys are going to Cancun. Series is over. Heat winning 5. I expected them to win this game, but in reality, once I saw Jimmy Butler wasn't playing, I thought Atlanta would put up more of a fight. But before I dive into everything, as always, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button down low. Help me grow my channel out. I'm on my way to 200 subscribers. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Son of a bitch. So the story of this game, once again, man, was defense. Miami clamped up all series long. Trae is just... This was probably, I'll be honest, this is probably one of the worst performances I've seen out of a star player in the playoffs. Trae just did not show up the entire series. He had a good game 3, hit the game winner, but other than that, man, he was atrocious. Let's call it for what it is. He shot, what, 2 for 12 in this game, 6 turnovers. At the end of the game, he hit the side of the backboard. You could just tell that Trae was in his own head. Extremely frustrated because he couldn't get open shots. Forcing just turnovers, bad shots. He just was not the same. He just looked flustered. Looked frustrated, flustered, whatever you want to call it. The Miami Heat defense was just in his ass the entire series. And credit to Miami for that. Even without Jimmy Butler, they gave Trae problems all night long. I really thought he would have had a bigger game this game, especially with no Kyle Lowry and no Jimmy Butler. But realistically, if Jimmy Butler would have played, we probably would have got blown out once again. And I give DeAndre Hunter, man, what can I say about DeAndre Hunter, man? He balled out the entire game. He was really the only reason why Atlanta was even able to get back into this game. And if he didn't do what he did, it would have been a blowout. Now, that call at the end of the game, when he got called for his 6th foul, in my opinion, that was a bullshit call. Because in that situation, I just think that that's a no call. Because the game was on the line, you know this dude has 5 fouls. He caught fire in the 4th quarter. To me, I just think that's a no call. That obviously affected Atlanta's offense because they were running the offense through him at the end of the game. But again, credit Miami's defense for taking everybody else out the game and making DeAndre Hunter beat you. He fouled out, so we couldn't get it done. Atlanta just had poor execution down the stretch of the game. I mean, when they were down 3 in Atlanta, or was it 3? I can't remember. But when Trae came down and picked up his dribble at half court, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, that's just not smart. You're making it tougher on yourself with Atlanta's or with Miami's defense now coming up to face guard you because you're picking up your dribble, and it's just not a smart play. You know, it's just they couldn't get a shot. They couldn't get a shot there at the end of the game. Just poor execution is what it came down to at the end. Guys not running the right way, whatever you want to call it. Not setting back screens to get an open look for a 3 to tie the game at the end. If DeAndre Hunter was in the game, maybe it's a different outcome. Either way, it still would have went into overtime. But tough series for my Hawks, man. There's really no way to slice it. It's just Miami is such a good team defensively. They are so deep, and credit to Victor Oladipo, man. He really played his ass off in this game. After being on the bench pretty much the entire series, and he was in and out of the lineup after his injury. Credit to Oladipo. I think he finished with like 22 points. Shot really efficiently from the field. He hit a couple big shots down the stretch of the game. Bam Adebayo had his best game of the series. Showed up when it mattered. Just was a beast on the glass and just was too much. Clint Capella didn't play almost the entire second half. You know, I knew he wasn't going to be healthy. I knew it wasn't going to be the same with him back. It is what it is. John Collins did nothing. Kevin Huerter did nothing all series. Gallo did nothing all series. Trae did nothing all series. So, like, what do you expect? I mean, Miami, and that's you have to give all the credit to Miami's defense in that aspect because they came to play. They had one goal in mind, and that's take the ball out of Trae's hands and make somebody else beat you. And when there's that much attention on Trae and you don't have guys stepping up outside of DeAndre Hunter, he was their best player in this entire series, averaged probably, 20 a game now after this game, and shot extremely efficient. Without DeAndre Hunter, it's a sweep. And I mean, realistically, it wasn't even a close series. I mean, yeah, Atlanta got a game, but it wasn't a close series. I mean, let's call it for what it is. Got blown out in 2 games. That was probably the worst game I've seen Trae play besides the 1 for 12 game he shot in game 1. It's just, he was struggled the entire series, and that's definitely not what you want out of your star player. So I know everybody's going to be attacking Trae in the comments, and I get it, but at the same time, man, we've seen guys struggle in series before, At the same time, like, I get it. He is a star player, so you expect more out of him. But at 6 foot, man, he ain't Iverson. Shout out to my guy AI, but there's not much you could do at 6 foot when you don't have against a defense like that, because he couldn't get into the lane. They brought a second defender every time he tried to get into the lane. He was forced to take deep threes. They're not high percentage shots, bad turnovers, and a lot of that was self-inflicted. I think he got into his own head, you know, kind of in the middle of the series, and just couldn't shake it. He couldn't shake off the defense. I don't know, man. It was a tough series for Trae, but he'll bounce back. I'm real confident that next year Trae will bounce back. He'll come out with a chip on his shoulder, and at this point, you kind of wonder what's Atlanta going to do. Be on the lookout for that video. I am going to be making a video for what's next for the Hawks, so be on the lookout for that. Now, Heat fans, I'm here for it. I know what y'all said in the comments in my last couple videos, so it is what it is, man. We lost in 5. I know a lot of people picked us to lose in 5. A lot of people said it was going to be a sweep. I thought we had a chance. Clearly, I was wrong. I wasn't even close. But it is what it is. You know, you can't hit on all of them. So credit to the Miami Heat defense again. So tough way to go out, but that's pretty much all I got, man. Not really much more to say on this series. Miami, I think they probably will be in the Eastern Conference Finals. I do think that they're going to run through Philly. I'll be honest with you, especially the way, I mean, let's see if Philly even gets past Toronto, because they got the king of blowing leads in terms of coaches with Doc Rivers. So if they, I don't know. Either way, I think Miami gets to the Eastern Conference Finals, and then I'm really interested to see if they'll play Milwaukee or Boston. And I'll tell you what, man, that if they play Boston, that is going to be a hell of a series. Talk about defense. 2 of the best defensive teams in basketball. I would really look forward to that series. I think Boston is still the best team in the East after sweeping them boys. At least we ain't get swept, right? I mean, at least we ain't get swept like KD and Kyrie did. So we got that to say. In all seriousness, tough series for the Hawks. I can't say I'm surprised after the way Game 1 went, after the way Game 2 went, but it is what it is, man. I'm still here. I'm still supporting my guys. I'm excited for next season already, but my guys are in Cancun, so it is what it is. I'm gonna leave it there, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I know, like I said, man, Heat fans, I know you're looking for me. I know you're waiting for this video, so I'm here for it. And then real quick, I do want to add, I know there's a couple Mavs fans that have been in the comments saying after this series, you can't compare Luka to Trae. Y'all might have me on that. Y'all might have me on that. I've been always saying that Trae is arguably a better player, but with this tough series that he just couldn't get going. Meanwhile, what Luka's done in his 2 games back against the Jazz. Now, granted, the Jazz and the Heat are 2 completely different teams, because I think the Heat are so superior defensively and just as a team because of their depth. But Mavs fans, y'all can have y'all moment, but Trae's going to come back strong next year, man. He's a killer. He's going to hear all the criticism and all that, and rightfully so. So, again, I'm going to leave it there. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Leave a like, and I will catch y'all next episode.